In this video tutorial, we'll discuss how to replicate data between two TeraStation devices over the internet. Now, there is another video that discusses how to replicate between two TeraStations on the same LAN. Please watch that video first before watching this one, as we will skip some obvious setup procedures that are covered in that one and just extend this one online. So once you've gone ahead and checked the first video out, we're going to pick up right where we left off. So in the last video, we created a source folder and we replicated it to another TeraStation on the LAN named Brian2. What we're going to do is replicate this same source folder also to a TeraStation in a remote location. So to do that, we follow very much the same setup by going to the systems area and going to the backup area. Now you'll notice there's this link up here called View NAS Devices. When we click it, it'll scan all the local TeraStations on the network and show us those TeraStations. Now that this scan is complete, we can see all the TeraStations, including the one we replicated to earlier, Brian2. So these are all on the LAN. Now you'll notice underneath there is this other one called Off Subnet TeraStation. This can be used for any TeraStation that's off subnet, maybe over a VPN or even over the internet directly. So what I'm going to do is type in the IP address of a remote TeraStation, and I'm going to press the Add button here. What that does is now include this remote IP address in the scan for TeraStations. So if I press refresh, what you'll do is see the TeraStation, which is called Remote Tera, show up under that IP address. So now if I scan down this list, you'll see the Remote Tera is responding on that IP address. Now, if you'd like to set this up, you do need to do remote firewall forwarding if you don't have a VPN, and there are 3 ports that you need to port forward. Ports 873, 22938, and 22939. I have included a screenshot of the firewall configuration using my Buffalo DDWRT router for your reference. This is what that would look like, with my local IP address for that TeraStation named Remote Tera being 192.168.81.50. You will need to make this configuration before Remote Tera or whatever your remote device will show up in this scan. So once this has shown up, you know that your firewall is working well, and you can go ahead and press close. You will also need to set up a share on that remote device with the disk backup checked, similarly to the last video. We'll skip that step and move directly into the replication. So you can see my existing job from source to Brian2 at target. Now we're going to repeat the process, and this time Remote Tera will be available as a replication target. So we'll press the Add button and wait for the scan to complete. And this will also scan to that one IP address that we typed in manually. So now that my replication scan is done, I can select from my source, the source shared folder, and select my target to be Remote Tera replication folder. And I'll press the Save button, and we'll go through the same exact process as before. Now you'll see that I'm backing up this source to 2 different locations. The local area network, Brian2's TeraStation's target folder, as well as that remote TeraStation. So right now those files are already replicating. So now I'm going to use an FTP program to watch those files replicating in. So I'll switch over to FileZilla, and you'll notice I'll type into the exact same IP address, log into the FTP server of that device, and go to Array 1 Replication. As I refresh this folder, you can see the Data2 folder is growing at about a megabyte per second, which is about as fast as my internet speed or my upload speed will allow. So Data 2 is already done and Data 3 is coming in. You can also see the folder called New Folder. So this data is replicating over the internet using Buffalo's replication replication technology into this folder. Now, as you notice on the left, we do have those 3 data files, and they are about 200 megs each. So I'll save your time for this demo, but rest assured that these will all replicate in. So this shows a powerful disaster recovery solution, all easily available without any additional fees or service fees for this. So thanks for watching this video tutorial on Buffalo's replication feature.